Maruf was small, wore glasses, ate lots of curry. Nobody messed with him. Then, bam! One day, while he was exploring the old dusty attic of his house, he stumbled upon something extraordinary. He found a magical lamp. It was glowing with a mysterious light, and Maruf could feel its power just by holding it. He rubbed the lamp, and out came a genie. The genie granted him one wish. Maruf wished to be the strongest person in the world. Instantly, he transformed and became super strong. His muscles bulged, and he felt invincible. With his newfound strength, he made everyone call him King Maruf. He wore a crown and ruled with an iron fist. His confidence soared, and he demanded respect from everyone around him. He made everyone eat curry too. Yuck! It didn't matter if they liked it or not. Curry was the new royal dish, and everyone had to eat it, no exceptions.
Musi hated curry, deathly hated curry. The smell alone made him gag, and now he had to eat it every day. It was a nightmare for him. Bacon loved curry, but hated bullies. Maruf was both. Bacon couldn't stand the way Maruf treated everyone, even though he enjoyed the curry. It was a tough situation. Something had to be done. This was a disaster. The kingdom was in chaos, and the people were unhappy. They needed a plan to stop Maruf's tyranny and bring peace back to their lives. Musi was big and strong. He could lift anything and anyone, and his strength was unmatched in the entire kingdom. Everyone admired his muscles and his bravery. Deathly was sneaky and smart. He always had a plan and could outwit anyone. His intelligence was his greatest weapon, and he was always seen with a book in hand, learning new things. Bacon was, well, bacon. He liked to eat, and he was always munching on something delicious. Despite his love for food, he had a heart of gold. They were best friends, always getting into trouble. Whether it was sneaking into the forbidden forest or playing pranks on the villagers, they were inseparable. Their bond was unbreakable, and they always had each other's backs. But this time it was serious. The kingdom was in danger, and they knew they had to do something. The usually carefree trio now had a mission that could change everything. King Maruf was ruining everything. His evil plans were causing chaos and destruction, and the people were living in fear. The trio knew they had to stop him before it was too late.
"We gotta stop him," Musi declared, his eyes filled with determination. He knew that with their combined strengths, they could defeat the evil king.
But how? Deathly asked, scratching his head. They needed a plan, and they needed it fast.
"I have an idea," Bacon said, a light bulb appearing above his head. Despite his love for food, he often had the most brilliant ideas.
Bacon burped, a sign that he was deep in thought. His friends waited eagerly for his plan. "I have an idea," he mumbled, crumbs flying everywhere. The trio leaned in, ready to hear Bacon's plan that could save the kingdom. Bacon's plan was interesting. It involved cheese, lots and lots of cheese. See, Maruf loved cheese. It was his weakness.
"We'll lure him into a trap."
Will that really work?
"Let's do it."
But Musi was already on board. "Let's do it," he boomed. Section 4, Operation Cheesy Doom.
They gathered all the cheese they could find.
Cheddar, mozzarella, even stinky blue cheese.
They piled it high in the schoolyard.
It was a cheesy paradise.
Maruf smelled the cheese from miles away. His mouth watered. He had to have it.
He ran straight into the trap. Section 5, Friendship Triumphs. This is a tale of camaraderie where the bonds of friendship proved to be stronger than any challenge.
Maruf was surrounded by cheese. It was a sticky, gooey mess, and he had no idea how to escape. The cheese was everywhere, and it seemed like there was no end in sight. He ate and ate until he couldn't eat anymore. He got so full, he couldn't move. His friends watched in amazement as Maruf continued to devour the cheese, hoping he would soon realize the folly of his actions.
The plan worked. Maruf was defeated not by strength, but by cheese. It was a clever strategy devised by his friends who knew that sometimes the best way to solve a problem is through creativity and teamwork.
He learned his lesson. Maruf realized that greed and overindulgence could lead to his downfall. He understood the importance of moderation and the value of his friend's wisdom. He gave up the magic lamp, a symbol of his previous desires and ambitions. It was a moment of true transformation, as Maruf chose to embrace a simpler, more fulfilling life, and went back to being plain old Maruf. He was no longer driven by the allure of magic and power, but by the joy of genuine connections and simple pleasures.
And everyone lived happily ever after. The village was filled with laughter and joy as the characters celebrated their victory and the return of their friend, except for maybe the lactose-intolerant kids. They learned to be cautious with cheese, but even they couldn't help but smile at the happy end.